Hello everyone, welcome back to a new Road to Rank 1. Today we're starting with a game against a Zerg who seems to be reasonably good. I missed his MMR because I was stabbed down, but I have a feeling this is a decent player. I don't know why, just a feeling. And it's on a map I'm not a big fan of. Nightshade, of course, one of those maps where it's like meh. I don't know, Gav. I rather not, you know? Rather not play here. At least against Zerg. Oh! He forgot to take a natural. So we'll pile and block, and then we're gonna see exactly why he didn't have his natural yet. Did he play pool first? Should I have not let this finish? Wait, is he actually just gonna keep attacking that pylon? It seems like a big play by him, huh? So there's gonna be 6 links coming soon. I'll build a zealot, just in case. I can always cancel it if I see, yeah, that he's going for this building. Just build a cybercore over here. Oh no, I'm gonna get supply blocked. No, I won't actually. So he keeps mining gas. Oh, he's getting a roach warren. Well, I should actually wall this off completely. What do you think of? So I'm just gonna go back in to make sure he's actually still getting that roach warren. Just to be sure, you know. Come on, Kev. This is a little bit scary, honestly. I kind of want to scout just to make sure that he's actually getting roaches, you know. The one thing I really hate is not being ready for a roach counter or for a roach attack. And the thing that would also piss me off if he actually doesn't end up building roaches. So I'm just gonna shade up. He might have roaches done already. Okay, that's a lot of freaking links. There's another overlord, which is a little bit dicey if you ask me. So we're gonna build a battery over here. We might cancel it if we see something that indicates... Ooh. This actually does indicate that he might have cancelled that roach warren. Do we just get a straight prism then? Yeah, I think we do. So good scout here by me. Hopefully. Imagine if he takes a fake third base. I don't think he can do that though. So. When I think of her. Now I'm not actually sure what my follow-up is here because I never play situations quite like these. So I kind of just want to get a Forge in Twilight, but I also just kind of want to follow up with maybe an Immortal all-in. So I'm considering both options here. I think we're going to follow up with an Immortal all-in. I considered both options. I decided it's time to hone my skills in the noble art of building Immortals and sending them across the map. Yeah, come here, Chief. Come send me that. Kareem, that's thank you. Because he just gave me a free drone. Which he absolutely didn't need to do. So very kind of him indeed. So, we see a fast layer, which could indicate really 2 things. Right? Well, it could indicate many things. It could be getting swarm host, but that seems highly unlikely. So I'm feeling either a Muta or a Hydra. What? Ravagers, of course. Life does not make sense. And the nice thing here, wait, what? He's actually getting roaches. Okay, yeah, I don't actually know what's happening then. So this map isn't actually the greatest for Immortal, and I kind of was looking forward to playing against. I was looking forward to playing against Hydra, is what I wanted to say. Uh-oh. I might have made some mistakes in my micro there. Two drones. Oh, he's actually attacking me or what? Let's get the pool. Thank you very much for the pool. Thank you very much for the hatchery. Oh, I shouldn't have cancelled it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. What do we do here? I think we just keep going how we are going already. We hope that we don't get hit by any big biles, basically. We killed a lot of links there. Some nice splits by me. Even though I know I'm not really allowed to say that about myself. Some less nice splits by me as well. Now that I can say about myself. Some mediocre pickup micro. These... It's very difficult here to maneuver how I want to. I think this is just how I'm gonna be doing it. Uh-oh. Like, as long as he's just killing force fields rather than actually dropping biles on my units, that's really, really good for me. Okay, he's dead. This was a massive movement error by him. And, like I said, as long as I can keep attacking, like every time I force field, I'm still gonna get 1 or 2 units. So, he actually is making massive errors there, like thinking errors. Brain errors. I'm not sure why I went for... What's he doing? Okay, yeah, he's actually going back home. Nice. That's what I checked for. I'm not sure why I went for the Dark Shrine. I mean, it might end up working. Just perfectly. Don't look back. We must clear this creep, otherwise we might not be able to properly fight. And then we're gonna kill all of these. I'm gonna send forward a hallucination. He won't jump on me, hopefully. because I don't want to be jumped on quite yet. I want to... So there's two things. I want to wait for charge. And I want to wait for my DT. So I'm gonna make like 5 DTs or so. Or so. No, exactly 5 DTs. 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1 over here. And then we're gonna pretend to be fighting, okay? And we have charge as well. And we have some DTs coming in. We need to keep microing. And we killed absolutely everything here, I guess. So, this fight might not look absolutely fantastic. But in the end, you know, we killed so many workers. We had a third base done. Our +2 was practically done. Should have been a little more careful with our army, but a win is a win. Let's check his MMR, see how many points we won. Oh, 8 points for this guy. So 6-7, 7-5. Absolutely fantastic. Let's head on to the next game. Alright, back for the second game against Clem's Protoss. Of course, my teammate, who usually plays Terran, but he has a pretty mean Protoss as well. 6.3, 6.4k MMR. So, let's try our best here. It's always a little embarrassing when you lose to someone else's off race, but on the other hand, you know, if they're good with the off race, then it shouldn't be too embarrassing. My ego is pretty much gone after years of losing at StarCraft 2, so I shouldn't struggle too hard. But some guys already said the good luck, have fun. So did he. And he actually is quite good, so let's try. PvP is one of my better matchup currently. I feel kind of confident even in the... I know in the past I've proxied a lot, but even nowadays I feel a lot more confident when not proxying buildings. So we'll see if we can do something. We can do something interesting there. Like, we'll still proxy a pylon, obviously. Like, you never want to go into something like this without having at least some kind of proxy on the map. It's just we don't need to proxy another building. Just having the pylon proxy is completely fine by me. It also gives us the opportunity to scout around a bit while we're down here, you know. Just make sure there's nothing that really annoys us. No weird proxies coming out of him. Because yeah, he's not scouting. This is the usual timing for a scout. So the fact that he doesn't have a scout yet probably means that he's proxying something. Could just be a pylon like what we are doing. Could of course just actually be a building as well. Like, you never know until it's too late, majority of the time. So let's do our best here. Let's do our best here to try to figure out what it is with this probe. The thing is, if I don't see anything close by, I don't care too much about it, right? Like, if there's a very far away proxy, then that's completely fine. He's allowed to do that. Like, I don't really care about that. So this one is gonna scout the middle part of the map. I also have to be afraid of Stargate. Some people build their Stargate in their main base really quickly, and then they go straight Oracle, which can be a little dangerous. I'm just paying attention to the minimap, making sure nothing comes by me. Oh, there's 2 stalkers there. This is not the hottest start, honestly. I might lose this as well. This is actually a really bad start.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Research complete.
If he's getting a... This actually is a pretty poor start. If he opened with a... what you call it? An oracle, we might be in a bit of trouble. If he had opened with an oracle. Like, it looked like an oracle opener build, basically. But his movement was really odd. He didn't scout around the map very much for proxy pylons, I feel like. He played it rather unsafe, which of course is allowed. Can't blame a guy for playing it unsafe, it is PvP. We'll get a War Prism out. I don't you shouldn't finish that. Okay, well, he does. Also allowed to finish that, but once again, relatively unwise. Majority of the time. Wait, where's my extra... Wait, where did my extra stalkers go? Oops. This is a very bad start for me, honestly. I think we're pretty much dead at this point. Because we played slightly too safe for what he did. So if he has been chrono boosting workers, then I think we're just going to be in a really bad position here. Oh. Barely missed it. That sucks. That's rough, that's rough. So if he already has gases here... Yeah, okay. This is really gonna suck for us now. He most likely will be heading into Forge, Twilight. Oh, he already has an Immortal as well. This is really quite painful. It feels like he hasn't been chrono boosting too well though, so that might kind of save us in this case. But the problem is, when you're not opening Immortal, it's very important that you get a very good worker count quickly and that you have a faster, basically faster gates than your opponent to be able to kind of scare your opponent into not being able to do an Immortal drop. Because if they can do an Immortal drop and you can't, oh my lord, are you in for a ride? I hope I don't lose that. It's not the biggest of deals to lose it, but I much rather would not have lost it in a game where I'm already kind of far behind. So we see he has 4 gateways done already. He has an Immortal, which is actually another 2 extra gates if he would have built them. So, yeah, I think we're really, really far behind at this point. When I say really far behind, I just mean that if he decides to push out at any point, our defense is going to be, I don't want to say impossible, but it's going to be very, very difficult at least. So we're of course still trying to make it work. But it might be difficult. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. Does look like it.
Mineral field depleted. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Upgrade complete. Research complete.
So we're gonna need to somehow win back this game. I don't really see a way, honestly, to do that in a solid way, but perhaps a less solid way. The DTs, a classic. We're trying a small run by. Ah! So we have two zealots there. This was good trades, honestly. One, two, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we're kind of outplaying him. Like we won most of these battles just by being slightly faster. But I'm still not feeling super comfortable in this game, as his immortal count is really freaking high. He should have some cannons on the way, yeah. So we want cannons everywhere, at least. I'm getting into Disruptor, because usually these units are good if you're very far below in immortal count. With Disruptors, sometimes you can do stuff that, you know, you can't otherwise do, basically. So we're gonna go in again. These bad boys... Actually, let's send them into the natural. Does he have detection here? He does have detection here. So we have a couple of issues right now, which might be able to get fixed if we can snipe his observer. There we go. Oh, he has a second observer. Let's see if we can fix more issues by sniping his next observer as well. So he's pretty much, I guess, dead in the main base, I would say. And we got his observer for a second time. Now we just let the PTs do the work for a little bit here. And then we win the game. This wasn't even scary once, boys. See, this is, if you're behind, you can just do the good old double observer snipe. It's a classic. I had 2 disruptors ready. Yeah, our early game was extremely bad, but my multitasking going into the mid game just was a lot better. He was up in upgrades. He had really better tech. He took a third base with only 4 gate as well, so he played kind of greedy. Yeah, I think he played pretty unsafe in the early game as well, if I'm not wrong. So he didn't scout at all. Stalker, and straight Nexus. Like if I would do any kind of proxy against him, he would pretty much be dead. Unless he builds a battery here. No, he didn't build a battery. Okay, yeah. So he would have died against proxy Stargate, against proxy Robo. Proxy 3 gate actually also would have killed him. So it's just a very unsafe way to play. But it's allowed. I mean, you can take gambles and then get ahead. But in the mid game, we managed to take it back. So nice plus 11 there for me. And we'll play one more game. Alright, now we get Clem with his Terran. Let's see if we can go for a repeat here. You know, it's fun enough to to beat him when he's playing off race. But the real deal, of course, is when people are playing their main race. So let's try to get that, shall we now? I'll be on this map, which is a very short map when it comes to Reaper rush distance. Not many people realize this, but the Reaper arrives in your base insanely fast. So you always need to open up with a core before Nexus here. I'm going for a little bit of a wall as well. I wall this with a cyber core, and then the Reaper will need to walk around, so slightly extending the rush distance of the Reaper. And as I'm rushing out my first gate unit very quickly, I should be able to deal with that. Then as a follow-up, well, this map, of course, lots of dead space over here. So I kind of want to be going into a Stargate opener, so I can deal with any threats coming from that dead space. And if I want to open Stargate from a core first, I need to really focus on heavy gas mining. So I go into the gas very quickly. I'm gonna stay there for very long, and then hopefully be in time with everything. So here we'll get the cyber core. A Nexus, and then we follow it up with a pylon, of course, while staying hydrated at the same time. I managed to block this without really paying any attention to it, so that's nice. Yeah, shouldn't really be able to get that. Well, mismicro my probe there a little bit. This one can go back here, so we have relatively optimal mining. Oh, I'm a little late with my first adept, I have to admit, because I accidentally built one too many probes, which I had to cancel. Didn't quite have the funds available to start what I wanted. Oh, I'm actually gonna lose this probe as well. I didn't think I would. Is he capable of getting in? I think he might have barely been. You see how fast this Reaper arrives on my side of the map? Very frustrating to deal with, as you might imagine. Now, what he can do, he can jump up here, and in that case still scout my tech. So this is not as much a scout denial as an entry denial into my main base. Now, of course, there's some tricks which he can pull as well, but let's just hope he doesn't. Like, he can put a mine here and then hop himself over to still get into my main. That's why I'm keeping an adept in this general area. Now, scouting at this point becomes very difficult for him. Like, he basically needs to sacrifice his Reaper for a scout, which is a big positive in my book. Because Terrans in general don't really want to sacrifice Reapers for scouts. Terrans ideally don't want to sacrifice anything, ever, for any kind of information. Just want to keep all their units for aggression. Now we can add 2 extra gateways relatively soon. We have our warp gate getting close to being done. I'm just sending this here so I can see if he is checking for my third timing. Which doesn't seem to be the case.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Base is under attack. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, what a sloppy micro by me. Ugh, that's very nasty indeed. So I'm getting outplayed a little bit here. When I say a little bit, this Reaper has 3 kills. My Oracle got some kills. Okay, I caught his medevac, which was trying to go for some kind of move out. We get some extra adepts because I'm very afraid of dying right now. Let's see exactly where his medevac could be coming in from, of course. We'll stay on 3 gases. Oh, that was losing that Oracle was very painful. Don't actually have a good excuse for it either. Usually I always manage to find an excuse for all my failures, but this time I might actually have to accept some responsibility for my mistakes, which I don't like. Blaming other people is more my forte. Now, what we did see here is that... yeah, we have a push coming my way. That's for sure. We have a big push coming my way. And I'm gonna have to deal with that at some point in my life. So here comes the responsible Kevin. That was nice, man. Let's see if we can actually catch this thing. Don't think we can. This was a very good sequence of events for me, I have to admit, though. Like, this was honestly as good as I could ever dream it would go. Now, he will most likely be heading into triple CC. I'd be very surprised if this isn't triple CC. Yeah, okay. Triple CC is already done. That's why the push felt so weak as well. Okay, so he is heading into mines as his general follow-up. We'll go into a robo, and we want perhaps 5. 5 phoenixes, I think. That's a nice number. I was gonna say a nice round number, then I realized 5 is really not a nice round number at all, but it's the thought that counts. It's always what I tell my brother when I give him a roll of toilet paper for his birthday. The gift might not be great, but the thought behind it is also important. We're gonna be spreading some units around right now. I wanna kill this. Or I'll kill it, destroy it. Can't really kill an inanimate object. Trust me, I've tried plenty of times. Instead, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna destroy these rocks in case of any tank push. We don't want to be dealing with that kind of nonsense. Hey, don't kill me. Thanks, mate. Wait, what's he gonna do? I just realized that he scanned my main base. Usually that indicates that there is something about to happen which isn't pleasurable. AKA a drop of some kind or a... Well, actually just a drop majority of the time.
Mineral field depleted. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Come on. Ah, dies at the last moment, of course. Broken. We can recall these. I don't want to lose them. We're in the right position to deal with a liberator. Oh, that was an exciting walking by him. What the hell? He's been smoking a lot. This was the word sloppiest splits, but that's like a athletics TV show. Today in the world's sloppiest splits. We have another one of these bad boys. What do I call them usually? Right, warp prisms. That's what I usually call them. Come on, Chief. So different Terrans, they do different things, right? That kind of makes sense because they're also different people. And I was kind of praying for a low ground CC that wasn't finished yet. So a CC that is over there, but not quite on. Oh, whoa, whoa, that's a mine, my friend. Yeah, I have eyes as well. Oh, but there's a turret here, so it's a lose-lose, really. Maybe I can kill it? No, I can't. could not kill it. So we're just gonna move in. We have a pretty decent eco, I would say. We have what, 75 workers. That's a good worker count. I'm happy with that. Look, I have a move here, which makes no sense. We're gonna do a run by into the natural through his fort base, because I can't go through the fort base. Like, actually can't go there. I've been banned. Come on. Come on, Ellie. Ah, see? Always works. They never expect me to go through their outside bases, so... One, two, 3.
Upgrade complete.
So yeah, this is why I went here, obviously. I'm a little bit afraid of him going into my main base right now, because I don't have this tower anymore. But once again, it seemed like there was no real need for worry. Why the hell are all my disruptors going to the absolutely wrong side of the map? That's not what I wanted. It also looks like, it might just look like though, he doesn't have any anti-air at the outside bases. Nice, he does have anti-air now, so that's... Whoop.
Upgrade complete. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Nice.
Upgrade complete. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Uh oh. Might have made an error of judgment here.
Mineral field. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
So this one got killed, pretty good.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
So we're gonna kill this in the end. We're gonna go here. We're gonna... Oh, that's another one already. How many works do we have here?
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Mineral field. Base is under attack. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm not feeling too comfortable anymore this game, honestly.
Mineral field depleted. Research complete. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
So we're just gonna keep trying to move around, move around. Okay, that was good. So we're gonna move up here, and we're gonna do one hell of a run by on the other side. With one of these as well.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, we're actually full.
Warriors have engaged the enemy. Engage the enemy.
So we're gonna go here. Whoop. This is so crazy. Yeah, he also thinks I'm very good. GG. Yes. What a crazy playstyle, boys. Absolutely destructed. 2 groups. Bam, bam, bam. I know I didn't say very much, but this was cool. Kicked them out of the 7k club. We're getting very close now. 6, 8, 15. Not quite rank 1. We see we're 300 MMR or so away. But yeah, cool game. Cool games. We won them all. Nice. It's very rare that this happens. Thanks everyone for watching. Much appreciated. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to comment, you know, bam, smack the like button and give a thumbs up. It would help me a lot. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope to see all of you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. And will be a how do I beat this episode. Thank you very much and bye bye.